Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to LadyGang Quickie. I'm Becky here with Jack and Keltie.
Hello.
Oh my God. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah?
So this is like a weird news allegedly where I have some allegedly bites, but I also like have some weird news, but a lot of it like feels like my heart. But I'm starting this episode as an ode to Jack Vanek. So Jack, well, hey, how are you guys first of all?
Pretty good.
Fine.
You know, here in Los Angeles in your beautiful home.
Yeah,
It's looking great.
We haven't been together in a bit.
It feels like my soul. Like I was so happy last night. I was gonna Instagram it, and then I was like, I don't want to be a loser, but I was like, just excited to see my girls.
I
It's
know.
so nice. We do, we get once a month now.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
it's pretty standard.
Yep.
Which is great.
And we get shit done, which
Yeah.
feels nice. We
Yeah.
don't dilly-dally.
I realized that Zooming, it really is it's a real drain.
Yeah.
The energy on a Zoom is dark. So dark.
Like, is this business? Is this therapy? Is this work? Like we don't know.
It's
Yeah,
dark.
It's bad.
I don't know what it is. I've never felt more
lighting.
exhausted than when I do a Zoom.
Yeah, your hair looks so good.
Ew.
My little bride.
She goes, ew.
Ew. Okay. Well, we're gonna work on that.
Thank
We
you.
need some general mayhem therapy. Okay.
That is like the epitome of accepting a compliment.
Ew.
Like, actually, your hair looks beautiful.
There was nothing more. That was the most.
That was a genuine reaction.
The most Orange County thing that Jack Vanek has ever done in her life. Yeah. That was it.
Nice hair. Ew.
I would like a zoom in of my
Be
face
nice to
when
my
that moment
friend.
happened.
Be nice to my friend.
Seriously.
Oh my God, that was so
You've been
funny.
working on your hair, both of you, and
it
it's
looks
looking
so
great.
good.
I
Like,
feel like I'm not getting the results that Keltie has, though, unfortunately.
Well, yours is longer.
and it's blonder.
I know, but yours really went from like
Well, it was
nothing
really
She also has
bad.
a disease.
Yeah. So, you know, there's that. There's like prescription
When it
medicine.
wasn't great, it's because it was actually falling out.
Yeah. It wasn't just like, oh, my hair is not great. It was like, I was like, you know.
Yeah, you're slowly dying.
Yeah, well, my body had been like, hey, you know, we're going to try to keep her alive.
Yeah,
and in order to do
Klondike's
that,
aren't doing the trick anymore.
in order to
take
do that,
some
we're
nutrients.
going to take some of our things that we need to do on a daily basis
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shut them down. Like,
Yeah, grow hair.
You know, grow hair. Yeah. Okay.
Ew.
Ew. Ew. Ew. Okay. No, this is for you, Jack.
Okay.
So we make fun of Jack a lot because she's never had a real job, but she has had a real job. She worked at Old Navy
Yeah.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then the famous story goes, if you just want to Cole's notes it for us. really
Yeah,
quickly.
I was working at Old Navy for 2 weeks, and then it was time for spring break. So as a normal high schooler does, I went to go on spring break and didn't tell them that I was going, and then they fired me.
You don't realize you had to tell your job. Or
She's like, wait, my mom didn't tell you?
I just like showed up. They're like, no, you're fired. And I was like, great. I didn't want to do a team building exercise anyways.
although like a tank top from Old Navy.
Guys, I've gotten some great finds at Old Navy.
Old
lately.
Navy's
Old
bomb.
Navy's coming back.
Yeah, no, it's back.
And Abercrombie, all of the places.
No, I don't want that.
Abercrombie?
No, thank you.
Yes. No, I just got some cropped sweatshirts.
Shorts are too short there.
I like it.
My vagina is getting longer by the minute, and it's literally coming out of the sides
side
of
of the
all
shorts.
short things.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so I saw this interview with our friend Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, I love him.
Wait,
Remember we
doesn't
hated
he
him?
hate him?
Oh, wait, shit. He was mean to you, right?
Yeah, but then we made up.
Yeah.
So now we're
But
back.
he's also come around.
Yeah, he's realized he was a douche.
He's acknowledged that he took himself too seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I
I
thought
love
he was a
that
big
vibe.
prankster. Wasn't that like
No.
his thing is he does pranks?
no.
No, that
No?
was
No, the
somebody
thing
else.
is he thinks about acting
Oh,
His,
no.
and like
we
loves his
had
method
someone
actor.
tell us that his sister, when she's doing a period piece, she will actually only live by candlelight in her house.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I don't like method actors.
I love it.
They're not for me.
No, it's all we-
unless it's like Nicolas Cage.
I don't think is he method?
I don't know. I just feel like he'd be.
When he did honeymoon in Vegas, he only wore Elvis suits for 7 months. Nicolas Cage. That was so weird.
I can't even tell you a single movie he's been in either.
Ew.
I don't know what's happening.
I have a button for this.
I think I might have a parasite in my brain that's just like saying random shit.
Nicolas Cage.
I can't imagine Nicolas Cage has ever been method, but we could be wrong.
When I think of the great actors of our generation.
She's not like Joaquin Phoenix.
Has he
or-
ever been in a good movie, Nicolas Cage?
I mean, I
He
think
was in
that
Face Off.
Face Off was wonderful. And then In Con Air? Don't even get me started.
I want to know what
Zach always jokes that if he ever grew his hair out, he'd look like Nick Cage in Con Air. And I can never unsee it.
Oh my god.
I'm sweating.
What was the song from Con Air that was so famous?
I don't know. I've never seen
I
it.
don't know, but like what? Wait,
Hold on,
so
I gotta look it up.
I'm sorry I even brought up the candlelight thing because it took you so off track. No, Jake Gyllenhaal was recently on Armchair Expert, and he was talking about how
Soundtrack. Hold on. No, I can't move on until I know the song.
Okay. But anyways, he's like definitely.
How do I live?
Really? That was from that movie?
You. Yeah, and it was
Wow.
a whole thing because Trisha Yearwood originally sang it in the country world, and then Con Air had someone else
Whitney
sing
Houston?
it. Someone else sang it. They Leanne Rimes. They gave it to someone younger and hotter. No offense to Trisha, you're
Classic.
beautiful. How do I? And remember, just for the
Whoa.
movie soundtrack, there was a whole scandal.
That's so weird.
Scandal.
Anyway,
Wait, so what about Jake Gyllenhaal?
okay, Jake got completely, I can't remember. I think he was on Colbert. Anyway, he was somewhere. And he admitted that he's never had a real job ever either.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, like it's, you know, like
Icons only.
icons only. And then he was like, well, I kind of had a job for like 2 weeks.
But like, aren't they Nepo babies? Or are
Yeah.
they not?
Yeah,
So
but
it's
you
a lot
didn't-
easier.
yes, you didn't have, you know, you didn't need
I
a
think
job.
what you have is the equivalent to Nepo Baby. Like,
But like with,
what
not,
is it?
with no money.
with no money and no
all
help.
the
Just love.
all the love and support in the world.
I'm like, yeah, I'm a Nepo love baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to start a skincare line, honey? We think it's great.
No, it's
You wanna
literally
be
May is like,
you wanna
I've
write
got 2 kidneys. I could sell one. We could start it.
This is what it is. When I started my Jack Van Eyck brand, it's like we just packed all of my orders in my parents' living room.
Yeah.
Like they just
You and
worked
Jake.
for free.
Yeah.
Well, Jake was actually, he was a lifeguard for 2 weeks, and they were like, oh, did you like know? And he was like, no, I like wouldn't have known how to save anyone's life. I just sat there. And
It's a lot more
man.
serious than working at
and then
Old
he was
Navy.
like, and then I got fired. And so I felt like, don't worry.
there's somebody out there like
And honestly, that story wasn't that good, but it took us to Con Air and Nicolas Cage,
yeah,
which
our tangents were great.
sometimes you need it.
Did you have a lifeguard that you swooned over when you were young?
No.
I lived in Canada. There's
My-
literally no swimming weather.
God, the neighborhood pool had like teenage boys as lifeguards who also probably did not know how to save lives. And my friends and I would literally sit underneath the big tall chair and just like kick our legs and talk to them all day. And I think the age difference is quite alarming.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. They were probably like 18 and you're like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember being very horny for lifeguard.
Horny for Nick Cage.
They were always like the popular kids in height, like the popular hot guys.
They look good in a board short.
no
hot.
tattoos yet, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, this I had now. I'm not Becca. I don't want you to feel left out. But
You
Jack,
can't possibly ever make me feel left out.
Jack, this is a story for you. So, the Guardians of Champagne. This happened in Brussels. Russell's.
Brussels.
It says Russell's.
I don't think that's a place.
Okay. The title of this story is called Petty Beers. The Guardians of Champagne will let no one take their name of their bubbly beverage in vain, not even Miller High Life. Miller High Life has used this slogan,
Champagne
the
of
champagne of
beers.
beers,
Oh.
for years. This week, that appropriation, they called it an appropriation, became impossible to swallow. At the request of the trade body defending the interest of houses and growers in the northeastern French sparkling wine area of Champagne, Belgium Customs crushed more than 2,000 cans of Miller High Life, advertised as the champagne of beers. The Comité Champagne asked for the destruction of a shipment of 2,300 cans on the grounds of the century-old motto being used
What
by
are
the
these words?
American brewery infringes the protected destination.
Also,
of the
what is
origin
Miller High Life
champagne.
doing leaving the country? It has no business in Europe.
No.
Well, that's so interesting that you brought that up. You can't buy it. Someone wanted that Miller High Life in Champagne. They love it so much. The consignment was intercepted by the Belgian port of Antwerp in February, and it was destined for Germany. Someone in Germany wants Miller High Life, and someone at the port was like, we don't around with Miller High Life. It is not the champagne of beers. We your slogan, we drink champagne.
Wow. And they just destroyed them?
Crushed the cans. I would have loved to see that. That's a TikTok, and you guys missed out.
for the airport.
That was a viral moment.
That was a viral moment you could have had.
It really pissed people off. I mean, I feel like, there's got to be better things that we can be doing with our time.
We should call ourselves the champagne of podcasting and see what happens.
Ooh,
I was going to
crush us.
They will crush us.
Wait, so they didn't sue them? They just destroyed their beers.
Just destroyed it.
I don't think you can you?
Sue for
Over that? Like champagne, it's a type of wine?
But I don't know. It's like how pistachio, like how do the pistachio brand, how are they pistachio? You know what I mean?
Because no one wants pistachios because they're disgusting.
I actually find a pistachio delicious if
those-
it's already shelled.
Yeah, deshelled.
Deshelled.
Yeah, I think.
Dude, those honey mustard pistachios are so fucking good.
Honey mustard, anything.
Can you sponsor
the pretzels?
Okay, but when you're at an
Honey mustard dip.
when you're in Italy,
Chick-fil-A honey mustard. I'd bathe in that shit.
when you're
Same. So good. Honey mustard on a Quiznos sub. Oh my God.
On any piece of bread.
I know, but the Quiznos, like their turkey Quiznos honey mustard.
Ew.
Yes. Ew.
let me know when you guys are back.
I'm just trying to think of one more honey mustard thing.
Yeah, me too.
Well, here's what I think. I think when I'm in Italy and I go to get that beautiful ice cream that they make gelato that seems so special there, and I'm in front of someone that orders the pistachio flavored, I think they're a mass murderer.
No, pistachio ice cream is weird, but a pistachio is delicious. There's a difference.
Okay. All right.
Are we going to just roll right over you pronouncing it wrong?
Pistachio?
We're just going to keep going. Okay, cool.
What is it not?
Pistachio.
Pistachio?
Yeah. Pistachio.
Pistachio.
Is pistache? Is it not?
Pistachio.
Oh, I am saying it wrong.
Maybe it is with like a European accent.
When
But you're not European.
When I'm in Italy. Well, I'm in the Commonwealth.
Yes. Canada.
That's not European.
Oh, yeah. When we go and have our pistachios.
Pistachios.
Okay. Something happened, and I didn't write any of the information about it because I just wrote the headline because this is literally my worst nightmare. A 13-year-old boy got stuck climbing into the claw machine. You know the claw machine, and you try to reach your hand up to grab something because you know the claw is not going to help you.
Yeah.
He got stuck climbing in, and I actually think this happens more often than not.
It's like the guy that he stuck his finger into the Chipotle wall and got his finger stuck. Have you seen that?
No, it's not the same at all. And what is
at Chipotle, their walls have a bunch of holes in them.
I've never noticed this.
Do you know?
I never go to Chipotle. I hate cilantro, and everything they have has a little bit of cilantro mixed in.
I know. That deterred me from
The
eating at
rice.
Chipotle.
I'm like, rice.
The
They're like,
guac.
do you want cilantro rice?
The salsa. Yeah. No, at Chipotle, there's like a wooden wall and it has a bunch of different sized holes in it. See, it looks like that,
yes.
Jared.
Thank you, Jerry.
Anyways, this guy stuck his finger into one of the holes and got his finger stuck. And then they had to call the fire truck to get his finger taken out of the Chipotle wall.
That is so embarrassing.
So that's kind of like that. But more
way
embarrassing because I think it was an adult man. Yeah.
Have you or yourself ever known, have you or anyone you've known ever known anyone that has won anything with a claw machine?
No.
No.
Jared, have you? I bet you probably have.
You have? What's the secret, Jared? I used to work in an arcade. Oh. Okay, Jared says he worked in an arcade in high school.
Persistence.
Money.
Yeah.
Eventually, the claw feels like it has springs, and they just spring. Eventually, the claw actually works.
It's like when I used to watch Ford start eating real food. His little hand, it was like the claw machine. Like every 10 stabs, he would actually get food. And I'm like, this is fucking mind-numbing and upsetting.
You're like, come on, dude. I know the muscles are in there.
Together.
Oh my God, I love it so much. All right.
That would be traumatizing, though. Like, that's going to traumatize that kid for the rest of his life.
He must be little.
The kid?
Yeah, 13.
13.
That's not a big slot to fit in. I used to go in. Do you remember when houses were built with bread
boxes?
Yeah. In like the corner.
You used to hide in the bread box?
Yeah.
What the hell is a bread
Dude,
box?
I love that you said this because I felt so weird. For like a better part of my life into my teens, I wanted to live in the vacuum closet. I wanted to so bad on Saturday.
What's a vacuum closet? What are these things?
We had a tiny little, like at the end of the hallway, a tiny little closet, and really it fit nothing. And right across from it, a coat closet. So it wasn't for coats. And all it fit was like an old house has like the big vacuum. Like there was no Dyson.
Yeah.
You had all the cord. And so like the cleaning supplies, every Saturday I would take the cleaning supplies out. I would take the vacuum out. I would put a pillow
Saturday.
and I would close it because in the cereal, we had no internet. Okay. In the cereal, a little reader thing would come that if you put it by the light, it would charge. It was like glow in the dark paper, like those stars that you used to put on the roof.
Yeah.
So you charge it by the light, and then you could go in the closet and you could read books alone with the little reader. Because you didn't have reading lights. It was before reading lights were invented. I mean, I don't know if they weren't invented, but I didn't have them.
Also, the way you said we didn't have internet. Internet didn't exist yet.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. On a Saturday, what was a girl?
Well,
what
poor
was
little me didn't have the internet.
It just didn't exist.
No, in general, like we didn't have internet. Like what were kids doing on a Saturday when your parents were like, entertain yourself for 16 hours? I'd already gone to the mud bogs, collected frogs.
Oh my God.
I came back. By the way, my house had a fence. We had a really high fence, like a 6-foot fence. This is how much my parents didn't love me. We had a 6-foot high fence that like, you know this fence that has like the etching like this that separates like an outdoor area?
Yeah.
So like we had a little deck that had a fire pit and this like 6-foot high fence that had the etching and then like the other side, which was like concrete. And the top of that fence had like a 2x4 and it went very long. I thought I was Allie Reisman going to the Olympics.
Except she was not even born yet at all.
Exactly.
Like, not even
I didn't know
close.
who I was. I thought I was
Dominique Mucciano.
Carrie Strug.
whoever. And I was
Carrie was
up
younger than
6
her.
feet in the air. One side is wood to fall. The other side is concrete. At the end is grass. And I would do round-offs and cartwheels. Like all day I was doing my whole full routine. Like children normally are doing their full routine on a balance beam with like some soft padding beside it. I would just fall out of the fucking concrete. Like I really...
Nobody is why cared. You're scrappy.
Nobody
Yeah,
cared. They
it
were
is
like,
very
they're
scrappy.
like, cool, you got frogs. Now you did your routine. Time
Go
to
sit
go
in
to
a
the
dark
closet.
Go sit in the vacuum closet.
Time to read with your Fruit Loops special reader. Okay.
It's very Harry Potter of you.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing. Did you see the story about this woman who wanted to break? I love this woman. She is me. I will break this record. I'm coming for you, Darla, whatever her name is.
I love Darla.
She went into a cave for...
Like 500 days? 50 days.
500 days.
500 days?
500 days.
Does she have food?
Here's what she said when she came out. People were like, oh my God, how do you feel? And she goes, in fact, I didn't want to come out. I used the time to read, draw, weave, to enjoy. I was where I wanted to be.
Oh my God.
And she admitted to missing certain things, but she said, this is part of the project. There's nothing to do but accept it. And she apologized for stumbling over her answers to the questions. She said, I've been not talking for a year and a half. I find it very difficult.
Keltie, that literally is you when you were a kid. Like that should have been you.
In cave for 500 days, eat.
She had to have a lot of goldfish.
Or exercise. Like, did she walk anywhere? She just sat.
She read 60 books. I'm getting more info. I'm
That
so
doesn't
that
seem
many
like a lot.
books. It's like how many books do you read in 500
I read
days?
3 books this week.
Yeah.
Sexy mature.
Okay.
She picked the right one.
70 meters below the Earth's surface.
Oh my God.
I
How
was
hairy
expecting
were
to
her
come out
armpits?
and have a shower. I didn't expect there to be so much interest. Okay. Where'd she eat?
Ew.
I talked to myself. She had the silence of the cage. I'm an elite sportswoman. She used 2 cameras she had a little headlamp.
Okay.
The flies were the worst part.
Ew.
There was an invasion of flies. They came in.
She didn't shower.
They laid their larvae, and I didn't control it, and so I slowly ended up enveloped by flies. It wasn't healthy, but it was what it was.
Oh my God.
This is nuts.
When she felt slightly irked. This is so me. She felt slightly irked when they came down to get her from the cave. I was sleeping, or at least dozing when they came down to get me. I thought something had happened. I said, already? I'm not ready to go. I haven't finished my book.
Oh my God. 500 days is so...
Yep.
Is that 2 years?
Oh
a
my
year and a
God.
half?
Yeah.
Of no... Like, she couldn't walk around, I'm sure that much, unless it was like a
I have no
long
idea.
cave system.
Anyway, on that note, if
Yeah.
you need me, I'll be in my fucking closet.
Yeah, right. You would be, except the difference is
She didn't
you-
have social media.
Well, yeah. And she's like, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. I thought I'd come out and take a shower. You'd have the news sources.
I'd have it
Yes.
planned.
Yes.
Yeah.
She'd have her People article ready
They'd
to
be
go.
ready.
I'm about
How-
to. The book is ready. The memoir is written. The movie based on my life is sold.
Yeah.
I'm ready to emerge.
Yeah.
Call Reese. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Race. Okay. Bye.
Bye.